Good morning, beautiful person. Greetings from chilly Winnipeg. It is currently minus 22 degrees Celsius. The sun is shining right in my eyes. So beautiful. And so this is not going to be a super long video. So, my name is Hadassah Vitar. I am a life coach and a wellness advocate, and I help beautiful people like you relieve their stress and live the life that they desire. And why is that important to me? Why should it be important to you? So, my mother passed away at the age of 69 from complications of diabetes, and she never got to see my kids grow up. And it wasn't because she didn't know how to take care of herself. She just had other priorities until it was too late. So I don't want that to happen to me, and I don't want that to happen to you. And that's why I'm here pretty much every day, except 7 this year, talking to you about health, about mindset, about wellness. And today I want to talk about something that's really, really important and something that's really, really hard for a lot of us, especially women, but also for a lot of guys, and it has to do with accepting help. We want to be the helpers, those of us who thrive and shine in a role where we can help people, where we can support people. I come from a long line of women in the helping profession. My grandmother was a social worker, my mother was a psychotherapist, my sister is a psychotherapist. The only reason I'm not a psychotherapist is because I thought I could escape that and went and did my PhD in physics, which is the other side of our family. And but it caught up with me, so I did life coaching instead. So that's where we are. And when you are someone whose joy and power is in helping others, it can be extremely hard to accept help from others. So I'm going through a bit of a rough time right now. I'm going to be completely honest and vulnerable with you. Oh, hi, John. Good morning. Nice to see you. So my father, whom you've met, I think, John, is going to be, God willing, 90 in a few weeks. And he lives in Israel. So he's been vaccinated. My sister and brother-in-law have been vaccinated. But yeah, I haven't been thanks, John, because I live in Canada, which is not vaccinating people at the same rate that Israel is. So I'd already accepted that I wasn't going to be able to be there for his 90th birthday celebration, and they set up the Zoom at a time that we could be there. But he went through a bit of a health scare, and he's stabilized now, but basically I don't know if I'm going to be able to see him again in person because of the quarantine and because of the vaccination. Like, because Israel has such a high vaccination rate, they've just made a rule that nobody's allowed into the assisted living village where he lives, or compound, if you will, where he lives, if they're not vaccinated. So even if I went and I quarantined for 2 weeks in my sister's attic or a hotel or something like that, which would be pretty terrible, then I probably couldn't even still get in to see him, and he's not going anywhere. So I have to accept that unless he manages to hang in there until such time as I'm able to come and see him, I may never see him again in person. Thankfully, we have WhatsApp, we have Zoom. I called him today. We had a little chat until he got tired. But, so there's that. But the fact is I didn't make it to my mother's funeral but I had seen her 5 days before she died. And then we went back to Canada, and then she died. And I had little ones, and I just couldn't make it back. So here we are. Now my little ones are big. Thanks, John. I'm with you. He should hang in there. He should be comfortable and surrounded by love, and you should hang in there. Maybe in the summer, my daughter and I will be able to go. So that's my tale of woe, but that's not why I'm talking to you guys right now. The point is that my first my first reaction, my first impulse is to pretend that there's nothing going on. I always say, you can just call me Cleopatra because I am the queen of denial. But yeah, this is the reality, and now I have to choose, because this could go on for months, and if I get my wish that he should hang in there and be comfortable until such time as, at least until such time as I can come and see him, then it will be a long time, and we need to hang in there for at least a few months. And so I have been having a really hard time asking for help. I've been having a really hard time talking with the people I love and who love me about my feelings about this, how I'm going to get through this time. So it's not even that hard for me to ask for help for physical things. I mean, I'm short. It's really easy for me to ask strangers in a supermarket, to reach things down for me. That's not a problem. But with the emotional things, asking for help can be hard. So I wanted to invite you to consider the places where you are not asking people for help, where you could and where you should, and where there's no reason to carry the burden alone. So I hope you find that helpful. I hope you're able to think about that. I hope you will message me and tell me how you do that, or how you don't do that, how you carry your burdens by yourself. And maybe we can talk about it and find some way where you can ask for help for those who are near and dear to you. Or maybe you feel that you can't burden them with your burdens. You know, you're actually being selfish if you don't give them the opportunity to take care of you. And for those of us who are caregivers, it's very hard to be the ones who accept care. So message me and tell me how you find ways to accept care. And remember that I love you. And I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.